I'm talking to Craig Jurczewsky from Craig Computer Service, and you have probably seen this Windows 10 thing popping up on your computer with a deadline looming. You better download it or it's not going to be free. So what do we do? So I came to the expert. Thanks for being here, Craig.
Thank you, Beth.
So tell me a little bit about the Windows 10 upgrade. How much time do we have?
Well, if you have Windows 7 or 8, you have until July 29th to download Windows 10 and install the update. And if you don't make that deadline, the price is going to be $120 for home users and $200 for business, for professional version.
Okay, so how can we figure out if this is something that's going to work for our computer and work with the software that we have?
There's a compatibility test that takes place when you download it, and your computer should tell you whether or not things will work on it or not. There are certain third-party software programs that simply do not work with Windows 10, so you definitely want to check with them before you download it and install it to make sure that it's going to work for you.
Okay, and what are some of the benefits of Windows 10 if we decide to bite the bullet and do the upgrade?
Well, of course, Windows 10 is Microsoft's latest operating system, so it should be the biggest and best ever as far as security goes and enhancements and features. And it's just the wave of the future, and it's the direction that we're going with Microsoft and the way they're taking us. So they're being very aggressive about this update, and they really want everybody to be on Windows 10. And eventually we will all be forced to be on Windows 10 as time goes on, because Windows 7 is set for end of life in 2020 and Windows 8 is end of life in 2023. And so this new version of Windows and the way that it operates with updates is going to be taking over in the next few years.
I like how you say it's the way they're taking us. I mean, really, there's not a lot of choice ultimately in the next few years. Either you're going to buy a new computer with Windows 10 on it or something, I guess. So
there are other alternatives to Windows in the Mac world and other places that a person can go, but Windows is really where the market share is at and where most software is built around. So Windows does have a good grip on the world in computers.
now we got a Surface as a gift a few years back, and that was the way they changed the whole layout of Windows, where they had the tiles and all of that, but you could revert to the old way of things where there was the start button in the lower left. And I hate learning new stuff. So now that this Windows 10, what does that look like in comparison to some of the older Windows? Is there still that start button in the taskbar at the bottom, or are the tiles there?
They did bring back the start button, and the tiles are there also.
Oh,
so it's a combination.
okay.
Underneath the start button is some tiles, and you can configure that to your liking. If you know what you're doing, you can get rid of those tiles if you want, or you can expand them and use it whichever way you're most comfortable with.
Okay. Thanks for your time, Craig.
Sure, thank you.